had a chance to talk to former Vice President Mike Pence today. So spill it. Did he make any news? Did he say anything jaw-dropping? Is he running for president? Speak.
Well, I'm not going to give away my whole story, but I will say that we did talk about his decision, his thinking in terms of if he's going to run for vice president and sort of what that decision making looks like and where, when would he make that announcement. And he said that this is something that he's going to discuss with his family over Christmas, and that will come out shortly after the holidays.
And I know that he has been one of those big guns out stumping for other Republicans. Is he like shaking off the cobwebs and enjoying being back, in the limelight again? Did you get a sense from him if this was really sort of, fuel in his blood for moving forward?
He's been doing a pretty robust job of being out there. Began in the primaries. He supported Governor Brian Kemp, and Donald Trump was on the other side for former Senator Perdue. Obviously, Governor Kemp prevailed in that primary process, and he has gone to 37 different states. A lot of really serious grassroots fundraising, small rallies, getting people engaged, get out the vote events. And, that's the kind of things that I've also talked to Nikki Haley about and Tim Scott about. This is how you build relationships, but this is also party building. This is something that's really important, not just if he does or does not run, but for the conservative, the populist movement that began with the Trump Pence ticket and that populist conservative movement that sort of lined up when they ran and won in 2016.
Okay, so we're under 2 weeks, Mark McKinnon, and I am always curious if the old standards, bringing out the big guns in these last few weeks, really can save somebody or can save a race. And given the fact that we are, in just such a razor-thin margin in some of these critical races, will a visit from Obama or Lindsey Graham or Ted Cruz or the vice president, will that make a difference in these races that are just, a squeak away from each other?
Yeah, they do make a difference in close races. I mean, it signifies a number of things. One, it testifies to voters that their state is important. If Obama comes to Georgia, Georgians say, oh, suddenly, if Obama's coming here, it must be important. It also, Ashleigh, the one thing that you want, it's not so much that the name of the person coming will do that much for voters by saying that, oh, Mike Pence is here, therefore I'm going to vote for X or Y. What it does signify is a sense of momentum. And that's the biggest factor, I think, in the last week or two of a race is that voters who may be on the fence or maybe not going to vote suddenly, if they get a sense that the wind is moving in some direction, and that's what these candidates coming in and endorsing and doing rallies for candidates can do, say, hey, here's a little wind at the back because the big guns are coming in, and hey, so that means that things are maybe moving this direction, therefore I'm going to get on the bandwagon now.
So, Salena, since you're the Queen of Pennsylvania, help me sort through how the Fetterman debate has settled in. It's now been 2 nights since NewsNation ran that debate. It was just a massive headline all day yesterday. There was still followed again today. And I'm wondering if a visit from the president and the vice president is going to help put a Band-Aid on what happened Tuesday night and how the Pennsylvanians are feeling about it.
Well, I drove all the way across the state to cover the debate, and as soon as I got to the tent, by the way, y'all did a great job. The anchors were incredible. They asked really good questions. But I drove to the debate, and I said, I'm not going to know how people feel if I'm sitting in a tent with journalists. So I drove back and watched it in a bar, and what I found was voters were stunned to see the condition of John Fetterman. They have seen him. They've seen him struggle. But however, when they see him struggle, it's in a speech and it's a memorized text that he says. When they see him trying to comprehend a question and try to engage, They understand that this is a much different illness than they thought that this was.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.